Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the Halal Times YouTube channel. Today we're going to discuss a very important topic. And of course, every topic is important, there is no doubt about it. But the one which we're going to talk about today is basically related with the Muslims who were born after 1995, something like that. So it means we are mostly talking about Generation Z Muslims. Gen Z Muslim is the population which was born after 1997, between 1997 and 2012. But of course, we're talking about the Muslims who were born later, at a later stage as well. So the question which we are going to address today is basically very important for all those Muslims. And of course, we're not talking about, there might be some other people who were born before 1995, but they're still students, working as students. So, but our target for today's discussion is students, Muslim students specifically, because Muslim students, they make up a large percentage of Muslim population globally. So we got to think about it. We got to suggest ways as to how they could improve their lives professionally and personally. And of course, this is a very important topic, and we try to address it quite a few times. Almost every single month, we try to address this very topic in one way or the other. So the topic which I want to discuss today is basically how do students feel OpenAI about OpenAI's ChatGPT, because everybody has a different perspective as to what they think about this new OpenAI's new chatbot which is called ChatGPT service. The artificial intelligence chatbot has surprised users with its ability to write colloquial responses. Right? Why this is important, and what do actually students think about it? We got a chance to look at this piece of information which was recently published on Wall Street Journal in the US, but of course is applicable to everyone, because ChatGPT is, at the end of the day, is a technology which a lot of Muslims are also using these days. So this topic may be relevant for everybody, for all the students in the world, but our specific target is the Muslim youth, and especially the youth who are still students, who are studying somewhere. So the very first thing which we could say that bold ideas aren't conventional. With the invention of the camera, artists, could create images without learning how to draw or paint. Yet 2 centuries later, society continues to value handcrafted illustrations and paintings as treasured art. There's meaning in brush strokes and expression in hard work. For similar reasons to our understanding, ChatGPT won't replace human writers. It's extraordinary. This service is extraordinary, believe me, but its responses, we need to understand, are algorithmic in nature. Already, plagiarism detection services and software are adding features to detect AI generated text. Educators may closely scrutinize students' submitted work for signs of AI support, or conversely, might embrace AI as a tool to assist students' writing. But ultimately, ChatGPT won't supplant educators' focus on cultivating the writing abilities of their students. So, writing ability, it's still important for you to learn how to write better. And ChatGPT should not supplant this focus. Even if the program's responses were truly indistinguishable from a student's, there's a value in learning how to write. Individuals should trust their own ideas, not those collected and generated by a computer. Bold ideas are bold precisely because they are unconventional. They run counter to society's accepted norms and knowledge. Perhaps ChatGPT will have its impact on education by motivating educators to emphasize to their students the importance of self-determination. Some students think that ChatGPT is a kind of new Google. The release of ChatGPT came at a serendipitous time, right when college students were studying for final exams in many different countries or turning in final essays. I've seen the AI write love poems, give a detailed summary of an essay, write full sets of code, or even draw up a non-disclosure agreement. These new tools might become the new Google. It's very possible if the databases are constantly being updated with current news and information, as well as connected to the internet. We could use AI to learn and solve problems in daily life. When I went to look up an advanced organometallic chemistry topic, ChatGPT, to my surprise, gave a better summary than Google did. College and university professors will have to determine how they want to proceed and if they need to have in-person final essays without technology. But without technology in the classroom, will teaching regress? That's a very important question. And college authorities, they need to understand this topic and they need to respond accordingly. Another opinion cited by students is don't forget the basics. AI tools such as ChatGPT can help users achieve specific targets. There's always concern about new technology and the resulting potential paradigmatic shifts. But history will remind us that it's important to acknowledge these technological developments and educate about the strengths and weaknesses of these tools. It's equally important, however, not to forget the basics. ChatGPT can't replace reasoning or critical thinking. Of course, it's impossible for ChatGPT or any other AI tool to do so. While AI tools can make essays read better, they cannot replace knowing how to form thoughts into careful arguments. The most significant challenge for future educators is finding out how best to develop and assess those skills. Another thing the students of today they're concerned about is, we got to think about medieval lessons, live cameras, screen recordings, and anti-plagiarism software are all too familiar to the current university student, as you all know. As technology advances, such defenses will continue to be deployed against the illicit use of new tech in the academy. An unceasing tit for tat will ensue between tools such as ChatGPT and security measures to curtail academic dishonesty. Educators may strive to stay ahead of all such obstacles, but of course, we tend to think that it's a losing battle. There's another way. Perhaps we could solve this problem is that we could study in a typical way, in a very specific way, the format of a scholastic studium, an educational model that uses formalized arguments as the primary method of teaching. Many exams are given orally, a mode that requires clear thinking and concise speaking on the part of the students. Perhaps that study model could be adopted. Papers are not submitted but presented to the class. These classes are defended while friars hurl objections and counterpoints at the student. In such rhetorical exercises, there is no opportunity to hide behind clever AI. So moderns can learn much more from these medieval ways. Is one other opinion. Of course, you got all the right to agree or disagree with this. There is no question about that. The ChatGPT, it is an auxiliary resource. It's just a helping resource. This chatbot can be used for the benefit of the students or it can be used to their detriment. The outcome will depend on how well faculty can integrate this technology into their curricula, as well as the integrity of the students to use it properly. The obvious concern is academic fraud. Educators will need to implement new assessment methods to mitigate cheating. Written in-class assignments may become more common. Instead, Students should use AI tools as supporting resources only. Even if the conversational AI is only semi-reliable at this point, it can be used to learn about new topics or ask questions outside class. The adjustment period will come as a shock to the education system. This is normal for major changes throughout history, such as the Gutenberg press, the internet, or personal computer. We can remain optimistic, however, that the good faith of most students and faculty members will make this technological advancement a net positive instead of a net negative. So, students, especially I am talking to students. So, let's be hopeful that you guys don't use it in a negative way. You guys basically use this chat GPT about your subject to learn new things and to get help for your assignments, not in the way that you start copying pages and pages of whatever chat GPT vomits for you guys. But it's your job to learn how to do things in a better way, how to write better, how to do things on your own, how to think critically, and then apply your knowledge to improve your results. This is something which the elders like me and others, they are expecting from you. Just treat ChatGPT or any other AI technology as a supporting resource, but nothing more than that. So I hope you will be able to benefit out of this discussion. Inshallah, we hope to talk to you very soon again with another topic. So till then, Assalamu alaikum and talk to you later.